it's Tara Green here, and I'm going to bring you the astrology for January 22nd and 23rd. All right, so the moon's in Virgo, so that means the mood of the day is very earthy, very practical, very nitpicky, very focused. We want to get things done. We're accountable. We want to serve people. We want to be part of the community. Virgo is equated with the sixth sign, which has to do with pets as well, and health and worrying. So people are very hygienic and very hygiene consciousness with Virgo. Okay, so it's a sign of accountants. So we're going to pay attention to the details here, but it might be a little bit hard with the Neptune opposite the sign. Neptune diffuses everything that's real, that's tangible, and so that might be in your dreams. Either you're recollecting lots of details in your dreams, okay? Especially with Jupiter in Pisces now, you want to pay attention to your dreams very much so. So Mercury trines Pluto in Capricorn early in the morning. That's a good wealthy aspect. Pluto rules the soul, it rules the unconscious, our own personal unconscious and the collective unconscious. So we can sort of take an inventory, like, where is my soul at? What do I really want? You know, what is riches to me? What is health to me? And really define it from the soul's perspective, not the same as the ego's perspective, even though Virgos kind of are pretty humble, you know? All right, then the moon squares Mars and Sag. Now, Mars and Sag is sitting about the 28th degree of Sagittarius, just past the galactic center. So all week you've had the opportunity to download those big galactic black hole messages, okay? So now you want to define that, you want to write a list, you want to get the details, you want to write the chapters of the book, okay? Mars and Sag has to do with publishing, it has to do with cheerleading, it has to do with taking your mind on a big flight. It's the passion for learning, for justice, for truth, to expand the big picture. And then the moon will be void, of course, 2:46 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time on the left. And then we'll have a pause there for a little bit, 2 hours and a bit, when you can just chill before the moon enters the next sign. So the moon's going to be in sociable Libra for the rest of the weekend. Libra, the sign of the balance, again, of justice, so matters of justice. I know there's lots of protests going on in the world on the 22nd and the 23rd. So whatever is imbalanced, we need to look at those imbalances. I mean, contrary to popular opinion, yes, Libra represents the scales of justice, and it represents the scales of balance in relationships. But it's never really in balance itself. It's really all about getting the balance, okay? So always being pulled in two different directions at once, okay? So moon in Libra, yes, we want to be very social. We feel like we want to be with people. We want to be the go-betweens, the ambassadors. We want everybody to think we're nice with the moon in Libra. So it can be a good time to socialize. Again, 5:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when the moon enters Libra. And it's an air sign, so we can kind of breathe. We're going to be more detached. You know, Libra, even though it's associated with relationships and marriage traditionally, is a detached sign, as all air signs are. So it's all about thinking. You know, you love me, even though Libras define themselves through their relationships. They want to talk about them. They want to analyze them. Now, Libra is ruled by the planet Venus, which is also retrograde right now. It's going to be retrograde for the next 7 days, 7-day countdown till January the 29th, when it stops and turns direct at around 11 degrees of Capricorn. Okay, so moon trines the sun and trines Mercury in Aquarius. They are very close together, of course. The sun conjuncts Mercury on the 23rd. That's called a Mercury Cazimi. Very magical time. So big air trine, kind of just feel like you're an eagle and feel the air under your wings. You know, that's kind of nice, airy sun. You know, the eagle flies the closest to the sun. So really let your mind have a breather, you know, especially with Mercury retrograde really wreaking havoc with computers. Mine was crawling along like a snail today. And just, you know, that damn trying to get things done, trying to move information, trying to preserve information, all that frustrating stuff that's happening under this Mercury retrograde. So you want to kind of get the bigger perspective. That's Aquarius. It's all about kind of alien consciousness. It's about invention. It's about cryptocurrencies, and the crypto market is tanking right on cue, because that's what Jupiter in Pisces does to the crypto market, just like it did before. So the moon trines that darn Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, you know, not to be feared. just a normal rest for your mind. So if you're scared of Mercury retrograde, my question for you is, are you afraid to rest? Okay, so give it all a break. Give your mind a break. Relax and flow downstream, like that John Lennon song. So the moon in Libra is then in conjunct Jupiter in Pisces. Again, that's in PST. It will happen on the 23rd in EST. So again, Jupiter in Pisces, ruling our dreams, ruling our intuition, ruling our imagination, creativity, our ability to morph, our ability to sense that we're all one, that we're all part of the same hologram, actually. So the moon in Libra, which really needs to be needed, Jupiter in Pisces is rather diffusing. So again, in the dreams, you might be finding yourself at odds or in noticing the blind spots between you and a partner or somebody you were in a relationship with, because we're still under Venus retrograde, which means old flames and like conversations that never got finished and things like that might come up in your dreams. So really do pay attention to those. Again, the Sun and Mercury conjunct, called a Kazemi, a very beneficial aspect, 5:28 a.m. It only lasts for a very short period. So if you're going to work any magic with Mercury when it's retrograde, to go back to finish up or pick up every stitch is the words that are coming to me, like that Donovan song, Season of the Witch, gotta pick up every stitch. With the Mercury retrograde, that's what it's about. The moon opposes Chiron in Aries, also early in the morning. Again, Chiron in Aries is the battle-wounded warrior who's trying to cover up how wounded and vulnerable he is by putting on more armor, but the cure for those wounds is to take all that armor off, to disarmor yourself, disarmor your body, your defenses, and be vulnerable. So balancing the need to be strong and kind of project this invincibility, and yet the need to be equal in relationships. It's not just about you. That's Aries. So the moon, again, in conjunct Uranus and Taurus. So again, Uranus and Taurus, the unpredictable planet. In Taurus, the bull market, again, making the bull markets very unpredictable these days. Again, trying to keep things balanced. You might be very stressed out if you've got money invested in cryptos and in the market right now. This is a big correction or a big crash that I've been predicting for years. Part of the plan, I'd say it's part of the big plan. Crashing the market, yes. So the moon in Libra squaring Venus in Capricorn, again, that Venus retrograde. So we're going over old relationships, old conversations, old connections. I did have a lovely conversation myself with an old woman friend, so in some ways it's not just about lovers. A woman that I did a lot of ceremony with. I worked with Araya Mountain Dreamer, who wrote the invitation. She was my shamanic teacher for many years, and then this other woman came and joined her, the group that Araya had been leading, and we went on many vision quests together, and I hadn't spoken to her for a while, and we had a big, long, hour and a half conversation and caught up. That was really great. So that's what Venus retrograde in Capricorn is all about. People that you worked with, people that you have had goals with, same common goals. Also love as well. So the moon trines Saturn in Aquarius, 7:26 p.m., again, Eastern Standard Time. And Saturn in Aquarius, rules Capricorn, traditionally rules Aquarius. So again, Saturn Aquarius gives us the ability to see things from this higher perspective, detached, and invent, create new paradigms, new ways of looking at the world. Trines are good supportive energies. So you might find the ability to be very detached, while Mercury's retrograde and Venus retrograde is very helpful because you see things from a new perspective. That's what Aquarius is all about. All right, so wishing you all the best for the weekend. I'm going to follow up with what's happening for next week, because we're getting to go into the last part of January already. Wow, where is that month gone? If you want to get in touch with me, I'm at terratarot.com. You can follow me on my blog at infinitynow.wordpress.com. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. Get in touch with me at my blog again, infinitynow.wordpress.com, and please sign up and subscribe to me here on YouTube. Sending you many, many blessings.